Well, not that it matters, but the bike is fixable.
Just listening to 75 meter
Yeah,
AM
the insurance
again.
company called up, and my father came into the room, and he says, "I'm talking to the insurance company." He says, "They know what's wrong with the bike, and of course I haven't seen any pictures." He says, "But what do you want us to do with it?" He says, "Because I have full coverage on the bike." And the guy said, "Yeah, well, we'll fix it. Where do you want us to send it?" I said, "Send it to where I bought it." So I brought it to the Harley dealer, and it's there now, and I guess they're just ordering all kinds of parts. Don't forget that thing had the highway bars in the front and back, and it laid down the right-hand side. So, like I was saying to Bob, it probably smashed off the mirror, the throttle cable, the handlebar, and the roll bars, and then probably like the right-hand saddlebag. And I also heard that the front tire had damage to the spokes.
Just listening on 75 meter AM.
Around the freaking leather jacket I was wearing.
I have one question.
Around
any
38,
luck tracking down
72.
this payroll that lost the load on the truck?
It could have been there for hours. That's the thing.
You can see how
I don't even
nicely
remember
this receiver
what
works.
was going on. So what I was filming in my head was that from one highway merging onto
Demonstrate
another
the
one, which is about
band pass of the 6kc filter. You can see we're at 3872.
every freaking
At 3869, they're off the edge.
the right-hand lane, 'cause that's usually where I ride, because I'm just kind of cruising along.
And look at 3877 off the other edge of the band pass.
Oh crap, moved down to the
So-
wire. And then by that time, I didn't see it because the
You
car
can
was
see it's a
blocking my view.
fairly well defined band pass
No,
for 6kc.
anything about anything.
We use the narrow filter, and basically you've got to listen to one sideband, and it tends to be a little bassy listening to AM, whereas AM gives you a nice, with the AM 6kc filter gives you a nice full-bodied sound.
About as normal as I ever was, which isn't very normal.
Let's just give a demonstration of how linear the PTO is in this particular radio. We're up at the high end of the 80 meter, 75 meter band, up around 4.2. As you can see, the dial's on 0, so we'll just go down listening to the calibrator. It's at 4.1. 4.0, you can see it's still on 0. 3.9, 3.8, 3.7, 3.6, 3.5, 3.4, 3.3, and down to 3.2. It doesn't vary more than a few hundred cycles, if that, across that whole 1 megacycle range. So extraordinarily good linearity in this receiver. The receiver at this point is tuned to the calibrated signal at 3.9, and just to give a demonstration of the rejection tuning, that it works fine. You can see as I bring that right to the center of the passband, you're almost down into the noise from roughly S9, almost totally taking out the calibrator signal. And that's the 75A4 now on sideband mode using a 3kc filter.
Alright, I'm sorry, you're 720 or Dick, right? Yes, that's correct. But no, I guess the inverse pliers type grip would probably work there. But,
You can see we have a passband tuning on this receiver, which was an innovation back when this receiver was built. It's the first amateur receiver to actually have that feature.
And years ago, I did a water pump thing with just on paper. I may have told you about that. With the actual, I guess, that we built.
Yeah, we're on listening to 20 meters now.
Glass of water. I've been working all day. I haven't been on the, well, I was on 40 a little bit, and then came in here and started working around.
On single sideband.
Jump in there and then I'll jump back. So this is where a lot of the guys hang out on the 240 group, and I was hoping to say hello, but I guess everybody's probably went to bed. Let's see, all the East Coast are probably eating or went to bed. Maybe they'll be on later. Hey, take care, Ray. What a pleasure. K8 November Victoria Yankee. K6 United Nations Radio, and you know, before I go, Ray, the K7 UNR was available, but I don't know. I didn't want to lose. UNR because I've had it original call since 1956. I was KN6. So anyway, my wife just came in here, so I was just showing her something. So I'll say 73 is all the best, Ray. Have a great week. K6 UNR. Cheers.